Guys, we have an urgent information coming out. America's middle class turns on Trump administration affordability crisis. The middle class are struggling. The cost of living skyrocketing. All right, so I wanna read this part really quick here, guys. Do me a favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell. So it says here, America's middle class, once a core pillar of Donald Trump political coalition, is showing signs of breaking away as frustration over living cost intensifies, according to new polling and economic data. Now, I'm not attacking, this and that or whatever, but here's the thing, guys. I've been sounding the alarm. The middle class are struggling, all right? And the poor are struggling. I have 3 jobs, and it's just nowadays everything just really expensive. And when President Donald Trump says we have the best economy in the world, I don't see that. I don't see that. Americans are struggling. Americans are struggling. The rich, well, they keep getting richer. The gold is going up for them. Bitcoin is going up for them. I mean, the rich is getting richer. The poor is getting poorer. All right, so we're going to see what's going on here, guys. Before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and also the description box. Once again, thank you so much for your support. So, look, I know it's still early for President Donald Trump. He just got into office. I can understand that. That's great. But when Trump comes out and say we have the best economy in the world, everything is booming, we are respected, and everything is great, the American people speaking. Again, me, I have 3 jobs, and again, it's just things are tough. Things are very tough. The cost of living is up there. It's tough. It says here, YouGov/economist polling over the past 3 months shows a clear downward trend in President Donald Trump's standing with middle-class Americans. In September, the group split 44% approval to 54% disapproval. Minus 10 by October, approval slipped to 42%, and disapproval reached 53%, minus 11. The latest November numbers show a sharper deterioration. Just 40% approve of Trump's performance, while 58% disapprove, a steep net decline of 18 points. The shift comes after a disruptive government shutdown and amid continuing anxiety about food prices, housing costs, and winter energy bill. All right, so the gov shutdown, that's something that's, Democrats and, some Republicans, but that gov shutdown caused $1.5 trillion damage. That was chaos, absolute chaos. Food prices has been going on since Joe Biden. All right, so a lot of people keep saying that it's a tariff. Food prices has been going up under Joe Biden. People cannot deny that under Joe Biden things were good. No, things were not good. Food prices was out of control. I have 3 jobs for the past almost 4.5 years. All right, so it was really tough under Joe Biden. Housing cost under Joe Biden. All right. I remember when I got this house, my first house, first term Donald Trump, the house market was incredible. And I regret not buying a house under Trump first term. When Joe Biden came into office, everything just hit the fan. All right, so winter energy bill has been going on for so many years, so many years. To me, winter energy bill is not bad. But when it comes to summer is the worst. All right, they will charge you an arm and a leg. And even though you can have your thermostat on, let's say, 78, the company will still charge you $400. And they're going to tell you, well, it's because it's summertime. All right, it's summertime. Well, I'm not even using my AC. It's off. Yeah, but it's summertime. That's their excuse. All right. And I can tell you that because Lewis received letters, and I called this company, and man, I spoke to managers, and it just their lame excuse. Well, it's summertime. That's why it's kind of expensive. In other words, they're stealing from the Americans. All right, so middle income Americans have historically been a contested but important group for the Republican Party, and in 2024 presidential election, Trump won 52% of the vote among those earning 50 up to $100,000 compared to Kamala Harris 46%, flipping support from a group that had been more favorable to the Democratic in 2020 election, when Trump won 46% of their votes compared to Joe's 54%. Yeah, you can't compare 2020. Something bad happened in 2020. I don't think Joe got that victory. It was all baloney stuff. All right, so it says here the latest polls suggest support from middle income earners may be slipping away from the Republican Party. Here's the thing. The way I see this, middle class are fed up with the left, and now they're getting fed up with the right. That's what's going on now. So again, the American people, it's like it's coming to a point that they're fed up with all of them. And look, guys, like I said, I'm not trying to bash Donald. I mean, he's done some great things. But again, I own a house. I have multiple jobs. And it's just really hard. It's really hard. It's really hard for us Americans. We are struggling. We are struggling. And for him to say everything is great, yeah, everything is great for the rich. Everything's great for the rich. And look, I'm not bashing the rich people. All right, they work, they do whatever and stuff like that. Elon is almost worth $1 trillion. It's great for the rich. It's great for everyone that have the money to buy gold. Us poor people, middle class, we can't afford that stuff. We can't afford. Again, back in 2016, an ounce of gold was like $1,100, $1,200. Still, Americans couldn't afford that. I mean, it's a struggle. The rich people can. The shift comes as affordability concerns dominate the political landscape. New car prices have soared to above $50,000. Let me stop here. I did get a pickup truck. I got a Ram pickup, 2024, and again, I use it for my business. And yes, it has gone up. Man, it's gone up. I went to a Kia dealership, right? They have those electric cars. I'm not down with electric. I'm old school. I like to, again, transmission and shifting gears and stuff like that. Engine. I don't like a car with a big, ugly battery. I just don't like it. But you have these electric car, Kia. And I seen one. It's an SUV. It doesn't look nice. It looks ugly. It's terrible. It's an ugly design. And they go for $70,000. A Kia electric vehicle. Again, it's just, the rich get richer. The poor in debt. I see all these Tesla people, and a lot of them are in debt. I met a couple of them, but it just, they're putting themselves in debt. The reason why people want Tesla is because it makes them look cool. But they're putting themselves in debt. Behind the scenes, the New York Federal Reserve reports that the country's debt burden has swollen to $18.6 trillion, the highest level since the agency began tracking it 2 decades ago. Mortgages, auto loans, student debt, and credit card balances have all climbed to record levels, with revolving credit alone hitting $1.2 trillion after another sharp increase over the past year. It's getting really bad. Really bad. Really bad. And again, 2016, I mean, when Obama, left and Trump came into power, Trump kind of fixed it. And it looked great. It looked great. But now America's not where it's at right now. I don't see MAGA happening in this country. I just don't see it, guys. The penny is gone. That's a sign that things are gonna go downhill. As borrowing costs rise and saving thin out, more Americans are falling behind on their bills. Yes, 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 yes. I agree. I agree. More Americans are falling behind on their bills, mostly the poor and the middle class. I I totally agree. Now, is this President Donald Trump's fault? Well, again, it's all politics' fault. Left, right, independence. That lockdown kind of messed everything up in 2020, and this government shutdown is just gonna add to the problem. So again, the poor and the middle class are getting hit. The rich, the rich get richer. I saw Amazon, their net worth. I'm like, man, Elon, wow, one man worth almost $1 trillion. It just, and again, like I said, I'm not bashing the rich, but again, they work hard. They deserve what they get. They work hard. I'm not Bernie Sanders. I'm not, those type of people. These people work hard. They work hard. They deserve it. But it's just not everybody have the ability or the gift of making those type of money. Again, we need better political parties to make it easier on the poor and the middle class. Bring down the tax, bring down the cost of living. You guys are hurting us. So it says here, as borrowing costs rise and saving thin out, more Americans are falling behind on their bills. Serious delinquency. People who are at least 90 days late have now surpassed 3%, a threshold not seen since before the last financial crisis. Student loan borrowers are under even greater strain. More than 14% became severely overdue in the most recent quarter, marking the worst level in the Fed's data history. Meanwhile, prices for essentials remain well above pre-pandemic levels, and inflation, while lower than during Trump's first term, has proven stubborn. There you go. Inflation is not from Trump. People keep saying Trump caused the inflation. No. Inflation came under Joe Biden. All right. Inflation came from him. Remember when Trump, you know, 2021, when Joe came in, Trump, under Trump first term, the house mortgage, everything was good. Everything was great. And I regret not buying a home before 2021. So grocery bills remain elevated, rents have surged, yep, in most major metros, and energy analysts warn that winter heating costs could jump again this year, according to the US Department of Agricultural Economic Research surveys. Food at home prices rose by about 2.7% in the 12 months ending September 2025. I agree. I totally agree with all this information here. Now, again, is it Trump's fault? Well, it's too early. What Trump is doing, he's cleaning up the mess of Joe Biden inflation. But when Trump comes out and say things are great, no, it's not, Trump. Things are not great for us. It might be great for you, but it's not great for the middle or the poor. That has had an impact on how middle class voters view Trump and the economy. The latest YouGov/economics poll showed that only 24% of middle class voters rate the economy as good or excellent, while 38% rate it as poor, while 52% say the economy is getting worse. Is it getting worse? Yes. Yes, it's getting worse. I do believe it's getting worse. It's getting worse. And look, I'm not trying to bash anyone out there that collects the benefits and stuff like that when it comes to, food stamps and stuff like that. Those that collect the benefits, again, when it comes to versus those that work many, many hours, they don't know what's really going on with the economy. They just collect the benefits and, But those that pay taxes, I pay tax every year. I work hard, 3 jobs. The struggle is real. At the end of the day, I gotta pay Uncle Sam. It ain't no cheap little $50 or $100. We talking about way up there, and it's absolutely mind blowing how they can give us a tax break or bring down something. It's just absolutely mind blowing. All right, guys. The rest of this, I'm gonna leave in the description box. But that's where we at right now. So what happens next? Well, the bill to end the shutdown will fund the government through January 30th. In that time, Trump approval rating among the middle class voters could continue to fall, which could affect the prospect for the Republicans in the 2026 midterm election. Yeah. And again, I'm not going after Donald. Again, I'm seeing what's going on. I'm going through struggle with other middle class and the poor. The struggle is real. And you can't deny it. You can't deny it. Now, again, like I said, this is not only Donald's. Again, this is Joe from the past 4 years. Joe has really tore up this country and bringing millions and millions and millions into this country, causing the house market to skyrocket. So there are consequences to all these things. We have seen them consequences. But when Donald comes out and say everything is great, the economy is great, you're putting yourself in a really tough spot with that one, because we're not seeing anything great. Things are just going down really bad. And I've noticed that a lot of people are selling their homes. They can't afford them. They're struggling to pay mortgage. For sale sign all over the place. And I do Uber Eats. I drive everywhere. And I see these for sale signs all over the place. That's not how America's supposed to be. We're not supposed to be struggling. We're supposed to be saving. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and share. Till next time later. Peace.